Hey guys, so I finally got this microphone and I'm not sure if it works because I seriously don't see the difference. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this really interesting 30-day challenge in which I'm gonna post a YouTube video every day for 30 days. And I'm not really sure I can do this because I am a really shy person, and most of the time I just like to stay silent. But I really wanna challenge myself and get speaking, get talking about what I like and what I don't like, that are like more of broad matters. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah, so today I just want to kind of talk about how people on Instagram and TikTok are normalizing writing. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude with this, but like when you tell someone that you're a writer and they're like, I think I could be a writer too. Like, of course you can be a writer, everyone can be a writer, but it's just that like people like to see the writer's profession as something that's just that you could do as well. Like, if you weren't practical, of course you could be a writer as well. Like, I just hate that. Because like people, I don't think people understand what true writing means. Like, true writing is like something that doesn't just come from your heart or your thoughts. It's like something you constantly cultivate. And like, I mean, I was ashamed to call myself an author even when I had like 10 published books. Like, it was after the Devil's Underground that I truly like changed my Instagram status to author. Like, it was just a simple writer before that. And I just hate how people are so braggy and so I don't know, like maybe they don't mean to be, but like it's just that they really seem the microphone does work. It's the kind of darker romance that I like, so like I'm gonna put that in my book. But that's not something that the whole world is hiding. Like, they don't like that sort of stuff. Some people do, of course, and these kinds of things may appeal to them. And like, maybe that's unique in its own way, but like I'm saying, like writing is something that you can, it's a craft. And like it's not like you begin writing your first diary entry and like then the next day you're like, oh my god, I'm going to be a masterpiece writer. No, that's not what happens. Like, I mean, Franz Kafka didn't even think he was a good writer, and like he didn't get to be a good writer his whole life. And like it was only after he died that his books were published. But like, of course, if you're a writer and if you really want to be a writer, like seriously, like you shouldn't be like Kafka. You shouldn't be afraid to put your writings out there, but at the same time, you shouldn't be like, I don't know. I'm just saying we just have to stop normalizing the writer's profession. It's not something that just comes easy to everyone. Like, you write something one day and like you keep writing something every other day or every other week, and like you're honing it, you're keeping it writing. Like, personally, I think Sparked was my worst book yet, but it's also my best selling book. So I'm just telling you guys, like, sales and awareness and recognition, it doesn't matter as much. Like, of course I wrote Sparked with all my feelings and all the emotions that I had, and like it's full of grief, it's full of romance, and I really like that. But it was also really immature writing. It's not like I'm the most famous author that's out there, or I deserve to give my opinion on this. But like, I just feel like everyone feels like the writer's profession is just there for them. Like, when they retire, they're gonna be a writer. When they have free time, they're gonna be a writer. That's not how it works. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be a universal classic timeless author, you have to put your brains into it. And like, for some people it just simply flows. Like, I don't think Kafka was like trying to write all of this stuff. I don't think he was you know picking his brains out to write something. He was simply all that stuff was in his brain. It was what he was feeling. And like same with Dostoevsky. I mean, he wrote a book on gambling to get away with like to pay his gambling debt. And if you guys think that was something that he forced himself to do, it was not, because he was already struggling with that thing and he wrote about it because it's what truly, naturally flowed inside him. Like it was not something new that came up. And also, the morality of these authors can be judged, but like, their writing potential cannot be, because what they wrote does secretly appeal to us. And like, not just appeal to us, it is what we are inside. We know that somewhere in our souls this part of Dostoevsky or this part of Kafka is there.